So the topic back with another video. It's your boy Strange Wang. Today I will be doing a tier list for Kevin Smith films in honor of his latest movie, Clerks 3, playing in select cinemas. I don't think any of them are around your boy, but definitely looking forward to that movie. And that's because Nate's not here. He's not really a big Kevin Smith guy. Strange Wang, that was one of the directors that was like, I fucking love movies. So, in honor of him, let's get this tier list started. First, we got his newest film, Jay and Silent Bob. I really enjoyed this film. I enjoyed the comic book stuff in it, the conventions, the culture, because we get so many comic book movies, but we don't see too much of the culture. And honestly, I really appreciate that. And because of that and the funniness of it and the budget, like, made the suit look good Kevin Smith wore, I'm going to say A tier. Well, I'll say A tier. Next, we have Cop Out. Damn. I personally kind of like Cop Out. It's a guilty pleasure for me. I know he hates it, but I love buddy cop movies, so I will throw it in the C tier. Next, we have Red State. Oh my goodness gracious. I saw this and I was like, that's not a Kevin Smith movie. Oh, yes it was. Holy same haircut. Went out of his box and fucking killed it, no pun intended. Obviously, he had some beef with the, Westboro Baptist Church. The crazy church people were telling him he's going to burn in hell for dogma and whatnot. So to take that and weirdly inspire a movie about a Westboro-esque church is very creative. You know, this dude, he loves film. He can do more than that. And we only really see it in like two other movies. One still being a Kevin Smith heavy film. But because of that, I absolutely love this. So I'm going to say A tier as well. This shit, John Blaze. Next, what was the thing on? F. Movie sucks toes. You know what sucks toes? Tusk. Not as bad as that. I'm throwing the D tier. I watched it and I remember like, it's Kevin Smith. Give it the benefit of the doubt. Because at the time I was like huge in Kevin Smith movies. So my heart's saying D. I guess D. I like what he did with the whole podcasting thing. Everything else is like fucking lunacy. Yeah, it's Chris Bridges. So I dig him from trying to be creative. And I do like the podcast side of the film. And it's a good way to get a person into a situation. So I'll stick with the D. Pause. Clerks, S tier. Put him on the map. Relatable. Funny. That's clearly his best movie. And it's unfortunate he's came close, but like never really hit that stride. But blessed to have that movie in my life, especially the time I had in my life. That was one of the movies, that Pulp Fiction, Fight Club, American Psycho, those were like my favorite movies around like my late teens, early 20s times, because they were all like, for whatever reason, spoke to me. This one being extremely relatable and who I am still as a person. So Kevin Smith, kudos to you. Thank you for blessing the film community with that work of art. Clerks 2. It's good. Obviously, it's very overshadowed. But I still dig it. The horse scene. Movies and horses. I don't know what the fuck's up with that. Was it a donkey? Maybe it was a donkey. Or a pony. I don't remember. But the animal at the end. Fuck that. That's gross. That is very gross. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really rewatch this movie. We'll go B tier. Because that nasty ass shit at the end. That shit's not funny. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. The most Kevin Smith Kevin Smith movie of all time, I believe, personally. Just balls to the wall craziness. I am the click commander. A lot of great stuff. For them to have a spinoff and actually be really good is surprising. But something to throw on in the background Not really something I go back and rewatch and sit down and watch. Oh, this is on streaming or whatever the fuck. I'll throw it on for that. And I know which parts I really dig, and I will zoom into that and then go back to what I'm doing or who I'm doing. Your boy a dog. Next, second year, make a porno. Great rom-com. I really enjoy this romantic comedy. I love romantic comedies in general. I hate Seth Rogen, and that kind of sucks. To like, it gives the movie an L for me. I don't like Seth Rogen. Everything else is great. Dogma, same thing. A bit cluttered, I feel personally, because there's so much going on. It is very funny, but it just doesn't do it for me, as people say. So I'll give it a B. Chase and Amy. This is the damn. This is the Red State. I gotta say, this is the second best Kevin Smith movie of all time, in my personal opinion. You get a real, genuine romance movie with Kevin Smith. His dustings put in there, give it a special touch. And that's what makes it stand out. That's what makes it a good movie. This is something that Kevin Smith does. The way he sees his outlook on life is so different from everyone else. And this is why this movie stands out, which is why it's such a good fucking movie. So, I'm going to give it the top of the A tier. 100%. One of the funniest, most different romantic comedies that you'll ever see. Strange Wang. Huge, huge fan. Next, Mallrats. Maybe because I didn't grow up in the mall culture, that this film wasn't really... I grew up poor, man, and we had some shitty malls, so you had to travel to get to malls. So my generation, we weren't really mall people. People went to the mall and shit, but it wasn't like, oh, this is cool, let's go to the mall. Everyone's there hanging out. It wasn't like that. So that's not there for me. So, like, the relatability factor this film has with a lot of people at that certain age, I see those people love it more than I do. Very good film. Very good Kevin Smith movie. His style's in it, and it makes a ton of fucking sense. The references and everything, I love those. Great poster too, but it will go at the top of the B tier. Lastly, Jersey Girl. People say this is Kevin Smith's worst movie of all time. I disagree. Again, guilty pleasure. I love romantic comedies. You want to have some sick fucking Sweeney Todd play in a child's rehearsal, talent show, something like that. Cool. Who's going to do that? Kevin Smith is. So his voice, his ideas of relationships are very like relatable and very real and personal. And I feel like people overlook this movie and don't give it the credit it deserves. Or maybe it's just really bad and I just enjoyed it that much. But I'm going to throw it in that C tier too, because everyone hates this movie. So they must see something I don't. So guilty pleasure, but those are my opinions and my tier list of Kevin Smith movies. Can't wait for Clerks 3. And let your boy know if you've seen Clerks 3 down in the comment section below. If not, tell me your Kevin Smith thoughts and opinions. Do you think my tier list is wrong? Do you think Jersey Girl deserves to be F? I don't. But let me know what you think. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.